Hi YouTubers, it's me, Tempe. It is Thursday, June 21st, 2012, and today I want to talk to y'all about what I did last weekend, which was I went to the Yosu Expo, and you get to hear about all the fun times and the great things that I did there. Stick around. Okay, folks, so I went to the Yosu Expo last weekend. Actually, like exactly a week ago, and I had a good time. I enjoyed it so much. We went down originally to see the Rain concert, which unfortunately the Rain concert was a bit of a disappointment on a couple of aspects, which I'll talk about in a little bit. I also got to do some shopping while I was there, right? Got some cool stuff. And I also met a lot of cool, interesting people. Do not let anybody ever tell you that the world don't like sisters, because guess what? Yeah, they do. Everybody was hitting on us. So, yeah. Well, let me tell you about the Yosu Expo. And Yosu is a city that is on the western coast of Korea. From Daegu, it's about 3 hours by bus if you go, or more like 4 hours actually. 4 hours by bus if you go. However, I went by train, and the only way you can get to Yosu by train is from Seoul. So I went up to Seoul by train on Friday night, and I stayed with my friend Deanne. Hi, Deanne. Or DN. I call her Deanne because it's easier. Anyway, so we went up. I went up had to wait for her behind for like almost an hour. So Trout, if you're watching this, karma has gotten me. Yeah. Karma got me. So we good, right? Okay. So but I wasn't. We go and we end up staying in. Yes, you guessed it, a Love Motel. But the cool thing about Love Motels here is they're actually pretty decent hotels to spend the night in, regardless. Oh, and then DN's friend April had actually come up to meet us, to go with us. So she had a room there in the hotel too. We get in a cab, and the cab driver is taking us. We tell him we gotta hurry and get to Seoul Station. He was like, "Cool, no problem." And so April decides to sit in the front seat, which more power to her. I prefer not to sit in the front with the Ajushis. But anyway, so she sat in the front seat, and of course Ajushi had to tell her that she was beautiful. And he also had to tell her that he liked her big breasts. And he did the motion while he was driving too. He's like, you have good. And we like to die in the back of that seat, back of the car. She was like, he did not just. I was like, yes, girl, he did. Hilarious. We get that quite often. That have no problem telling us that we got, big breasts and they like it. Oh, I'm gonna get a laugh off of that one for a minute. 3 hours. It's 3 hour train ride from Seoul to Yosu Station. The expo is huge in Yosu. Like once you exit out Yosu Station, exit gate 3. Gate 3 into the expo is dead ahead, right in front of you. You can buy tickets there or pick up pre-tickets or whatever else right there. But we decided we wanted to go to the hotel first. And the hotel was literally like 2 minutes from the main gate. So we found this nice people. There were tons of nice people everywhere who spoke English, who gave us some directions on how to get to the main gate. And thankfully, the expo has the city bus goes directly from the station to the main gate, and it's free during the expo. So you can just hop on bus 2, get off at the second stop, and you are at the main entrance. We actually stopped off and got these expo passports. So these are really cool. So we bought them for like 5,000 won. And after we were buying these, we saw all of these men walking around in Arab garb. And I call it Arab garb because for the life of me, I cannot remember. It always is right there. I can never remember the name of it, right? So so they're walking around in this, and I was like, oh wow. And I was like, wait, they're brown. I was like, wait, there's brothers up in there. So and they see us, and they're like, ooh, brown women. Oh, by the way, Deanne and April are both black. Yes. So we're in there, and so they start talking to us, asking us where we're from, and blah blah blah. And Turns out they're from the UAE, specifically from Dubai. And we're like, oh, cool. Dubai's been on my list of places to visit, so I thought that would be nice. So after we scope out where Rain is supposed to be performing, we decide, let's go hit up the International Expo. So we was like, let's go hit up Dubai. So we go over to where they told us their booth was, and we get up there, and what do I hear? Drums. And I'm like, oh my goodness, it's drums. Anytime I hear drums, it's just happy. So we get up there, and they're drumming and stuff, and I have a video of them drumming, and I'll show you guys that one. And then the video cuts off because dude came up and grabbed me by the hand and pulled me into the circle so that we could dance with them. So we danced with them for several minutes, and then we eased our way on out. If you look at my girl April's videos, you can see some of us dancing and whatnot. So anyway, we ease on out and go to some other booths. Now, when we go to the next booth, a guy comes up to us. He's like, hey, I'm from the UAE and I'm a reporter and I was taking pictures and stuff for y'all. So can I get your names and your email addresses so I can let you know where or how you can see this? And we're like, okay. So we are probably going to be on TV in some magazine or something in the UAE, perhaps. At some point in the future. Yeah, it just happens. And then it was pretty much just going around looking at all the different countries and whatnot. So I have my passport. You can see all the stamps and things that I got from the different countries that we went to, right? Which was so much fun. Oh, and then right here is where we started off at Yemen. When we went to Yemen, he wrote my name for me in Arabic, right? So this right here is Temperance. That's supposed to be Bonner there. I'm going to have my girl Dita check this out, make sure that's legit. Which I think it is, because she wrote my name for me in Arabic once, and it looks very similar, so anyway, we get through here, and we're going through and whatever, and the best part about going through here is the love we got. Okay, so this was like the Near East and like North Africa and stuff was in this area. We got so much love going through here. People were like, oh my goodness, how are you? Where are you from? Oh, I'm from America. Oh, which part of America? Now that's significant because most people don't ever ask that, especially in Korea. They're just like, oh, you're from America. America is good. It's great. But everyone at Expo, people wanted to know specifically what states we were from. To kind of get a feel, I guess, for the type of culture we were coming from. So I thought that was really cool. And then so as we're going through here, y'all know, some of y'all know, that I'm a sucker for ethnic clothing and jewelry and whatnot. So we go through here, and the brother at Yemen snatches up. So I have photos of us basically where we are wearing scarves as niqab and jilbab. And this is actually the scarf that I was wearing because, yes, a sister did buy the scarf. I love scarves. I love these. So this is one I bought. And here is the other one. You can see it. It's gorgeous and it feels wonderful. Now, I've been shopping in a couple places. So I started negotiating. Yeah, I was like, okay, how much you going to charge me? And he was like, oh, we're just going to charge you a little bit. He's like, I'm going to give you a special rate. His friend was like, you better give them a special rate, these ladies. And so he gives us like this crazy rate. He's like, it's normally should be like, did he say something like $300 or something, or $700 or something else? He was like, we're going to give it to you for $300. And it was like, we had like 9 scarves between us. I was like, I don't like those. That's not okay. That's not okay. So basically it came down to him charging us like $55 a scarf. And I was like, so you gonna charge us the 200% instead of the 300% rate? No, that's not gonna, no, I'm not giving you 200% profit. And he looked at me like, what you know about that? I was like, don't play with me. Don't play. So we had gotten him down. He was like, oh, 45. And I was quiet. I was like, y'all can negotiate because he already know I'm not trying to play that. And then finally somebody was like, 35. I'll do 35. And I turned and I looked at her. I was like, no, you did not just say we could play $35. I was like, oh, goodness. I was like, no, I will pay 25. And then he was like, no, she said 35. I said, I'll pay 25. And then he was stuck on the dang on 35. And then the girl, I ain't going to say which one of my friends this was, that said the 35 didn't even buy a scarf. So I ended up paying 70,000 won. for the scarf, which in US dollars is still like 60 something dollars. I was like, dang, I was trying to get this stuff for, like way cheaper. Anyway, so that's the first half of it. I'll come back in a little bit because this video got kind of long and tell y'all what happened next.